everybody, it's Clara, the book goddess, and I am here to bring you the Cinderella Book Tag. This tag was created by About to Read, and I will link her original video down below in the description, along with all the books I mentioned in this video. So the first question is Evil Stepsisters, a book with characters you hate. And for me, that is Orpheus from the Inkheart trilogy, besides Queen Lavanna from the Lunar Chronicles. Orpheus was just obnoxious. I mean, he's supposed to be evil, I think. He was one of those that goes from side to side and you can't really tell if he's bad or good, and he is just so annoying. And as much as I love these books, I wanted to strangle him so many times. Question 2 is Prince Charming, a book with a gentleman. I had to pick Prince Kai from the Lunar Chronicles because he is just such a gentleman. He is so noble and kind and sweet, and you just can't help but love him. And besides that, he's a prince, and he's just an amazing prince. And even though he turns into the emperor, he is still a prince in the first book, and so he's always Prince Kai to you. So definitely Prince Kai. Okay, question 3 is Cinderella, graceful, kind, and defiant. Azalea Wentworth from Entwined, because she is graceful. She's extremely graceful. Her favorite thing in the world is dancing, so of course she's extremely graceful, and she is a very kind older sister, and she is definitely defiant in more ways than one. And you just love her. And if you don't know, this is my favorite book in the entire world, and if you haven't read it, go check it out like right now because it's so good. And I love it. Even though I love the book for the villain, it's still my favorite in the world. Everything about it is amazing. Question 4, fairy godmother, someone that has a person always looking out for them. And again, I went with a Lunar Chronicles character. I went with Cress because she seems to always have somebody there protecting her, and she should have been kidnapped or killed multiple times, but there was always Carswell Thorne or somebody else looking out for her, and she's just amazing. She's just an amazing character too. Question 5, helpful creatures, something that makes you happy when you're feeling sad. King Arthur, and even though this book is really sad and tragic, this is The Once and Future King by P.H. White, which is a sort of a novelized King Arthur. It's so good. It is so good. I posted a review of this on the blog. I will link down to that below as well, and it is just so good. Something non-bookish that makes me happy, though, that I just feel like sharing, is French music. And this right here, this is La Légende du Roi Arthur. This is the soundtrack to my favorite French musical that I actually haven't seen yet because I couldn't go to France to see it, and I am waiting and waiting, and I'm so getting impatient because it doesn't come out on DVD until like November. I want to see it so bad, but it's a King Arthur musical, so King Arthur and French music rolled into one thing. Of course it makes me happy. So when I'm feeling sad, I just pop in this and start singing along, and it's nice. I will link to my favorite song from that musical down below as well, so you guys can go check out some French music because it's amazing. Question 6, Ashes, a book you didn't care for. For me, that's The Fairy Path by Freywin Jones, and this book just didn't. No, I liked it. It wasn't awful, but I just didn't like it. I just didn't click. I don't know why. It was fairies and Shakespeare, Midsummer Night's Dream stuff, and it just didn't click. Question 7, Pumpkin. A character that goes through extensive transformation. Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind and Scarlet. She changes so much, and I can't tell you what happens because that would be spoilers. Question 8, Impossible. An ending you didn't expect. Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. I can't say anything about this book without spoiling it, but it is a mystery about a murder on the Orient Express. So the title pretty much tells you what it's about. It's really good. It's classic, and you should totally check it out. And yeah. Question 9, Just Breathe, a book that inspires you to be courageous. Let me reach down here from my stack. The Inkheart trilogy by Cornelia Funk. This book made me like, I don't know. It's just, this book means, this series it's about the power of words and writing, and it means a lot to me, this book series, and I loved it so much. Question 9. Question 10, sorry, not 9. Happily Ever After, a book with a perfect ending. The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chokshi. I finished this yesterday. It was so good. It was beautiful. This book was almost as good as Entwined. Almost, but not quite. It was so amazing. This is like a retelling of the Greek myth of Persephone and Hades with Indian mythology, and it was so amazing. It was romantic, it had magic in it, it had a betrothed princess in it, so basically this book was everything I could ever want in a book, and it was so extraordinary. And if you haven't read it, go check it out because it's so good. So that's it for this tag. Thank you guys, and I am going to tag, who am I going to tag? I'm going to tag Heather. I love me some sarcasm. See ya, guys. I'll see you later. Goodbye.